Okay, magandang hapon sa lahat. My name is Kevin De Vera. I'm the Program Associate for Training and Research of the Forum for Family Planning and Development and will also be the moderator for this afternoon session. Before we start, brief introduction lang of this webinar series. So, nandito po tayo ngayon sa isa sa mga series ng the Forum for Family Planning, ang tinatawag naming SulongRH webinar series. SulongRH is our flag in this advocacy and in this project supported by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The goal of SulongRH is of course to sustain the national and local goals in the advocacy of sexual and reproductive health, in particular in the implementation that we see to it that the implementation of the reproductive health law is implemented. As we try to face the challenges of new normal because of the COVID pandemic, the Forum for Family Planning and its partners tried to innovate our point of discussions, our activities in such a way that we will also be able to help the communities, ang aming mga partners, at syempre, yung ating mga frontliners. And for this afternoon, I would like to welcome everybody to our SulongRH webinar series, an introduction to lifestyle medicine and community nutrition for healthcare providers and caregivers. I understand that not all participants here are in the medical field, but in their own respective fronts, we are doing something para ilusot itawid itong di pinagdadaanan natin ngayon. And also, I would also like to acknowledge our partners in the SulongRH project, Health Action Information Network, hello po, PLCPD, at ang aming mga local partners na I think kasama din po natin ngayong hapon, ang Bisdak Pride ng Cebu, ang GM Bicol, ang Gayon Albay Incorporated, kasama din natin ngayon ang Benguet State University. Hi, Dean Jude. Kasama din natin ngayon ang marami ako nakikitang mga faculty, mga taga-Popcom po, may mga nakikita din po ako mga academician dito. I think there are also few students here. And ayan, nakikita ko rin po sa listahan ng mga participants na nasa screen ko ngayon, yung mga frontliners natin, mga school health nurses, population officers, ating mga nurses na nagsaswab ngayon. Maraming salamat at nakahanap kayo ng time din para maka-join sa amin ngayon kasi para sa inyo po talaga ito. So, quick house rule lang po, as much as possible, we would like to encourage everyone to put your audio on mute. And kung halimbawa meron po kayong tanong regarding our discussion, please feel free po to chat your questions. And para dun po sa nanonood sa live, pwede po kayo mag-key in ng questions ninyo sa comment section ng ating live. And then we will also get your questions sa ating resource speaker this afternoon. So before tayo pumunta sa ating main agenda ngayong hapon, gusto ko po imbitahin ang aming maraming tawag sa kanya pwedeng Tatay Ben, Lolo Ben, Mr. De Leon, Sir Ben, Sir BDL, para magbigay ng opening message para formal ng saan ang forum natin ngayong hapon. Sir Ben.
Thank you, Kevin. Good afternoon sa inyong lahat. Ako'y nagpapasalamat for accepting to join our webinar today. And ako'y nagpapasalamat din sa ating mga partners, HAIN, PLCPD, Filipino Free Thinkers, Bisdak Bride, doon sa Bicol, Popcom, and that, I will not be too long, but maraming salamat sa ating speaker today. I'm sure we will be able to get so many insights about the topic that has been envisaged by the forum with the assistance of Kristen Tan ng Free Thinker. So salamat ulit sa inyo. Good afternoon.
Maraming salamat, Sir Ben. And syempre, no, na nakakatuwa din na tayo ay nagsama-sama ngayon. And I think partners from Albay, from Palawan, Cebu, Ifugao, and Benguet, no, are also here. And of course, we also see partners working in the national level, kagaya ni Ma'am Nanette Ortega. I also say hi, Sir Jerry, no, just joined in also. And then, Ma'am Chi, no, aming director for programs and advocacy. Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Ayan. So nakaka-excite kasi alam naman natin na kakaiba na ang buhay natin ngayon. And ako personally, I feel like my half year stay at home because of the pandemic mas naging malala, mas naging super, kung may term para gamitin, parang super mega duper duper sedentary lifestyle na ngayon. Very few physical activities. I'm not sure kung ano yung mga kinakain ko. And this session for this afternoon, no, I think will really help us, no, to find ways also on adjusting and making a better lifestyle siguro, no, as we continue facing the challenges of new normal. And we are very lucky because this afternoon, no, we will be joined by a resource speaker have been in practice in lifestyle medicine, no, sa especially sa pagbibigay, no, ng integration ng medicine and lifestyle is para matulungan tayo lahat kung paano tayo mag-adjust sa kanya-kanya nating buhay. No? To introduce our speaker, she is a diplomate of the International Board of Lifestyle Medicine, a member of Asian Society of Lifestyle Medicine, former secretary and founding member of the Philippine College of Lifestyle Medicine, a member of the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, also a member of Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, a licensed facilitator on Complete Health and Improvement Program, a medical consultant, no, in Health Optimizing Manila, former medical director of Sante Health and Wellness Center, and a lifestyle medicine specialist, no, functional medicine and integrative medicine practitioner, no other than Dr. Maripaz Ping Laigo-Bonus. Good afternoon po, Doc.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I hope everyone is ready for this afternoon's learning. First of all, I would like to thank Forum for Family Planning and Development for inviting me this afternoon kasi I really love teaching, na-miss ko. Because when you teach, you get to influence not only one patient, but you get to influence a family and even a small community. So allow me to pray first before I start. Father God, you are Creator, Redeemer, and Lord. Thank you for this privilege. May I be a blessing to everyone here as they are all already blessings to me. And most of all, may I give you glory in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, so let's start. So I think sobrang haba ng introduction. Thank you very much, but I will not stress on that. So first, let's have an activity. Okay, let's have an activity. Is everybody game? Ako, hindi ako sanay na hindi ko nakikita, hindi ako interacting with my audience, but I'll try my best not to interact with you. So let's have a self-assessment. Okay, so next slide, please. Okay, so you see on screen 7 health habits, right? So I want you to look at this 7 health habits. So what are they? No smoking, moderate weight, regular exercise, daily breakfast, no or limited alcohol intake, regular meals without snacking. Alam ko, mahihirapan kayo sa part na to. And then, adequate sleep. Okay, so I want you to count how many of these 7 health habits are you currently doing? So, di ba kayo nagsusmoke? I want you to count. Is it 1, 2, 3? Or how many health habits are you really doing right now? So, when we say health habits, it doesn't mean na ginawa mo lang, nag-exercise ka lang for 1 week. That's counted. Ibig sabihin, habit. You have been doing for a long time. So, I want you to count. And when you're done, can you please share it sa chat room? Okay? Oh, may umiiyak na too. Okay? I think a lot of us will have, during this lockdown, a lot of us will be having a hard time when it comes to regular meals without snacking. For I'm so sure a lot of you, maraming snacks na nakasash sa tabi ng table when you're working. So, let's do this. Okay? Naku, mababa ng score nyo. So, I want you to hold on to your score kasi as we go on, you will be learning more. You will be evaluating. That's my goal for today, for you to be able to evaluate yourselves right today. And at the end of the day, I want you to, we will end this Zoom meeting with your convictions and you deciding that you want to have a lifestyle change. Okay, so let's start. I want to start first with the video.
All right, what do we got?
Just came in, heart attack. 5'9", 300 pounds, 32 years old.
How the hell does that happen?
Can I get a,
Could be developing diabetes. Here's my change. Oh, yeah.
You're graduating! Watch TV, you won't even know to leave.
You can't do this.
Yes, do that!
Yeah, no, I need this.
You have to make a change. Good job, Jim. You got an A+. Here are your fries, sweetie. You guys, look, I can't believe this child for sure. I know. It's the only thing that'll make you stop.
So, present condition. So the video you just saw a while ago, I always show this whenever I speak, although I'm speaking to adults, because as a mom, I go for prevention and I just also want to address your kids. So seeing that video initially, early on, I just want you to think of your family as well. So our present condition. COVID is the word we hear everywhere. Kahit when we're eating dinner with our families. We also see COVID all over social media. And this is one thing we have learned about COVID, that there is higher risks in terms of getting infected and also for a person to have poorer diagnosis when patients have comorbid conditions. Meaning, if a patient has existing chronic condition like diabetes and hypertension, to name a few. Okay, so before we move on, let us look at statistics. So according to the WHO, the #1 cause of death all over the world is #1, heart attack. Okay, #2 is stroke. And we see there in #7, diabetes mellitus. I want to stress on that because these are lifestyle-related diseases. Okay, now let's look at our Philippine statistics. Siyempre, hindi nagpapahuli ang Filipinos. Our #1 is also heart disease, heart attack. A lot of Filipinos die of heart attack or nowadays, even younger. I know of patients at age 23 died of heart attack. But what is so disturbing is number 2, stroke. And ang disturbing for me is number 3 is malignant neoplasms. Malignant neoplasms or cancer. So a lot of Filipinos are dying of cancer. And according to the Philippine Society of Medical Oncology, among Asian countries, tayo, the Philippines, has the number 1 incidence of breast cancer. No, hindi lang tayo kilala na maraming Miss Universe. Kilala rin tayo sa breast cancer, and that's sad. And 3 out of 100 Filipino women will get breast cancer before age 75. And 1 out of 100 will die before reaching 75 because of breast cancer. Actually, 70% of all doctor visits are predominantly lifestyle-based costs. So, lahat ng sakit, it's connected to lifestyle. And according to studies, 85% of chronic diseases today is caused by unhealthy lifestyle choices. So imagine that. If 85% of chronic diseases is caused and is related to unhealthy lifestyle choices, then if we take care of our lifestyle choices, then bababa itong 85%. And that includes chronic diseases. Now, there is limited medical answers. Until now, if you ask a doctor, Doc, what is the cause of hypertension? We can only give you what's going on, but we cannot pinpoint the cause. And chronic diseases continue to rise, especially diabetes. Okay? Kahit there are a lot of medicines available, why is it that diabetes incidence continue to rise? It is called mother of all chronic diseases because you can get hypertension when you have diabetes, you can have stroke when you have diabetes, you can have chronic kidney failure because of diabetes, and almost all amputations is secondary to diabetes. And diabetes is definitely related to lifestyle since childhood. Okay. So when we look at all this, we will realize that we are aging at a faster rate and we are dying sooner than we should. But according to the World Health Organization, 80% of heart disease, 80% stroke and type 2 diabetes, and 40% of cancer could be prevented primarily with improvements to diet and lifestyle. So we have hope. Lifestyle modification is hope. So why? Why does chronic disease rate increase? Why? Ano yung reason? When we think about it, ano ba talaga? So let's look at it. So we, in my organization, we saw that it is modernization. Modernization is a major contributor to a range of chronic diseases. And this modernization connects to dietary and lifestyle factors. For example, sobrang masarap ang potato. Potato is one of the healthiest and the most popular vegetable available. So healthy siya. Pero if you eat potato as hash brown and French fries, even potato chips, which we love, it's not healthy anymore. So it's not a question of what you eat, diba? Ano yung itsura ng kinakain mo? Another example is tomatoes, diba? Oh, tomatoes is so rich in lycopene, it's anti-cancer, it's so healthy. Lalo na if it's sauce. But if you put the sauce on pizza, it's not healthy anymore. So we have modified our food. Another thing, they did a study sa Lancet many years ago. Almost everyone now is on the streets. Remember, those who are my age, 50 and up, almost all people are in the streets. We're very active, we're playing. But with the advent of television, with the advent of computer and a lot of gadgets, now we find activity less and less. Sino ba dito yung mga anak na naglalaro pa sa labas yung mga anak nila, di ba? Halos wala na. Instead of playing outside, kids now are playing with their iPads. Di ba? Even us, instead of walking, we take the car. Although a lot of people already changing their lifestyle by biking, by walking, pero mas marami pa rin mga people in their cars. And we see that how? Traffic lagi. So a lot of people are driving instead of walking. So this modernization is affecting our health. Another thing, lifestyle, diba? Nagmamarathon tayo, we are seated on the couch for hours. Kakamarathon, what we are watching, and then alcohol and cigarette, fast food. Now it's easier to order than to cook. Lalo na ngayong pandemic, lockdown, sobrang ang bilis mag-order online and be delivered at your doorsteps. And checking social media until midnight, lalo na the young ones, diba, napupuyat sila. And then until, before you know it, it's wee hour of the morning na, madaling araw na, and you're still checking your social media. Okay, so our proposal, our solution is lifestyle medicine. It's a way to optimal health. Lifestyle medicine is an evidence-based approach to prevent and treat disease. We look at the underlying cause of the disease rather than symptoms that are too often addressed with pills in increasing quantities. For example, for headache, we give pain reliever. For colds, we give antihistamines. So in lifestyle medicine, we go to the root cause of each disease. And because it treats the cause and not just the symptoms, lifestyle medicine can help patients and families lessen healthcare costs. So less medicine, the better. Okay, so lifestyle medicine is about movement, it's about eating, it's about relationships, it's about resting. Okay. So it's always a choice of optimal health and well-being. So it is always the person's choice to be healthy and to be well. So in lifestyle medicine plus self-management and self-care equals an empowered patient with a different set of beliefs about health and what it is to be well. So it's not about giving patients prescription. So it's not about you patients taking prescriptions. It's about you taking part in your self-management, in your healing, in your getting well. So notice the word self-management and self-care. Ito yung best time na maging selfish tayo. So you are involved in your treatment. So going back to the 7 health habits, actually the 7 health habits came about because of a study done. So it's not basta-bastang study lang. It was done in a period of 9 years, 7,000 adults. So hindi lang 200 people telling their testimonies. This is 7,000 adults followed up over a period of at least 9 years. 45-year-old men and women, and those who have 6 to 7 good habits, the one I showed you earlier, they found out that these people live 11 and a half years longer than those who do not have these habits. Okay? And ito pa, to take note, if you have all the 7 habits, yung health status of this person, parang they are 30 years old lang, hindi sila 45 years old. Okay? Compared to those who do not practice these habits. And to compare those with less than 4 health habits versus those with 7 health habits, those with less than 4, there were 4 times more deaths compared to those who had all the 7 habits. So all the more reason for us to goal for the 7 habits, okay? So how can we do that? So we will use the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine to be able to do that. So the 6 pillars of lifestyle medicine focuses on areas to optimize or improve health. Okay. Lifestyle medicine educates and guides and supports positive behavior changes. So notice behavior changes. This is our unique value proposition. It allows, the management allows the body to protect and heal itself by promoting healthful lifestyle choices. So we will help you make your lifestyle choices. It places a focus on evidence-based optimal nutrition. So hindi lang yung mga, ito yung fad nutrition for this time, ito yung fad na stress management for this time. So it's all evidence-based. More importantly, it encourages active patient participation. Sabi nga namin, it is patient-focused, not doctor-focused. And we treat the underlying lifestyle-related cause, not pill for every pill. So the use of medication is only a supplement. So medication is not the prescription. When you see me make prescription ang haba because it's a lifestyle prescription, not a drug. To the therapeutic lifestyle changes. So if I need to prescribe a drug, I will. But before I go there, I will have to work with the patient and ask the patient to work with me through lifestyle modification. Another very important when we look at lifestyle, and you can also do this in your community, you have to consider the patient's home and community environment. Because in my practice, I notice it's so easy to give lifestyle prescription. But the question is the patient going to be able to do it? I do not like unhappy patients. I do not like patients who say yes to me when they are in my clinic and then get frustrated when they get home because they won't be able to do the lifestyle modification. We also involve the family, okay? Why do we involve the family? We involve the one who's gonna make the diet. We involve the one who's gonna walk with the patient. Okay. At syempre, sinasama din namin yung mga Manila sa bahay. Saan ka mamamalengke? Saan yung grocery? Malapit ba sa bahay mo? Kailangan ba sumakay ka pa ng jeep to get to the palengke? Kailangan ba sumakay, lalakadin lang ba? May tali pa ba sa labas nyo? And also, the community is a big factor. There was one time I had a patient, I have a very small room. And then when she came in, oh my, the question for me was, Doc, okay lang ba kung pumasok kami and samahan yung patient? Sabi ko, okay lang naman. So I thought there were only 3 people. What I saw was a barangay. I mean, the whole clinic was full of people. And what happened to the cancer patient stage 3? She recovered. Because the whole barangay in their province are all supportive of her. So it's also a big factor to consider community environment. Okay. Just like what I mentioned, ang bida dito is the patient. It is patient-centered and not doctor-centered. And the mindset should be, food is your medicine, your kitchen is your pharmacy, and lifestyle is your doctor. Docting is your best friend. So let's go to the first pillar, which is healthy eating. Okay. Let's see this video first. So this is a big video of your digestion. What happens when you eat? Okay? So for example, kumain ka ng pandesal. You ate a bite of pandesal. So first, there is mastication. So very important that we chew our food first. Nguya mabuti. And actually, sa mouth pa lang, there are enzymes already that helps in digestion. So the longer the food stays in the mouth, the better. After chewing, when the food is smaller na, it takes 6 seconds for the food to travel from your mouth to your stomach. Sa stomach, there will be more digestion because of your gastric acid. The food will turn into liquid called chyme. Then it goes down to your intestine. The moment it goes down to the intestine, the body, your liver, your gallbladder, and your pancreas will secrete enzymes. Ganun kaganda ginawa ni Lord yung body natin. Matalino siya. Alam ng body when to secrete its enzymes. Then the food is digested further on into smaller particles, which is then absorbed sa buong intestine nyo. That's why our intestine, ginawa ni Lord na super haba. So there will be a lot of surface area for the food to be absorbed. Then, after being absorbed in the intestine, it goes to your blood, and it goes to the different parts of your body for nourishment. The food that is not absorbed finally goes to the large intestine, where water is absorbed, vitamin B is produced, more water is absorbed. So, hahaban, and the digestion happens actually on an average 18 to 24 hours. Until makababa na to, after absorbing water, until it goes down to the rectum. Pagbaba po niyan sa rectum, kikilabutan ka na and you know where to go. Okay. So having learned that, I would like to stress on the first pillar, which is healthy eating or healthy diet, that food is medicine. So I want to stress that we eat whole food, plant predominant. Okay, I would like to repeat that. Whole food, plant predominant. Meaning, pagkain po, kung paano sila binigay ni Lord, kung paano sila nag-grow. Okay? Plant predominant, meaning mas marami pong halaman. Okay? I'm not saying that you are going to be vegetarians. Iba po yun. When we say plant predominant, sana po yung kalahati, at least kalahati ng plato natin are fruits and vegetables. Meaning, rich in fiber and nutrients. Yun po yung hinahabol natin why we want plant predominant na pagkain. So more vegetables, fruits, beans, lentils, whole grains, nuts, and seeds. Okay. According to a study, sabi nga nila, the intake of legumes, okay, may be the single most important dietary predictor of a long lifespan. There are people who eat beans, legumes, nuts, and seeds on a regular basis, mas mahaba po ang buhay nila, and we will see later. So, as I mentioned earlier, hindi po siya kailangan, I'm not asking you to be vegetarians. What I'm asking you is to look into this eating continuum. So, where do you to be? Kasi when you eat majority meat, worst possible health outcomes yan. When you eat mostly meat, dairy, eggs, processed food, alcohol, and caffeine. On the other side naman, best possible health outcomes, you eat more of fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains, water, nuts in moderation. So, where do you want to be? Okay? So, kailangan po, saan kayo? So, I think mas maganda medyo on the green part. Okay? So, when you go on the right side, you can still eat meat once in a while. Pwede rin pong kumain ng favorite dish nyo. Pwede pa naman mag-chicken. No? I don't tell patients, bawal ng chicken, bawal. I still allow them, but we make a good diet for them. Okay? For people who are really sick, usually medyo nagiging strict ako, and I usually mas nire-recommend ko po what I call power plate. So pag tinignan niyo yung plato, parang it's fruits, grains, legumes, and vegetables. It doesn't mean you can't eat meat. Kumbaga, the meat is the recado, baliktad. So hindi na tinolang chicken, tinolang sayote chicken pang sahog. Something like that. So that is power plate. So the key to to a healthy diet is actually eating a rainbow. Okay? When I say eat a rainbow, it means eat as many colors of food as possible. Whole food. Okay, so ibig sabihin, mas maganda, nakikita mo yung chicken kaysa chicken fillet. Nakikita mo yung papaya kaysa papaya juice. Okay, so whole food. Eating a rainbow allows you, nakakakuha po kayo ng maraming nutrients. Iba-iba po ang nutrients for every color. Okay, iba ang nutrients ng food color, red, orange, green, blue. Meron din po tayong violet dito sa Philippines. Meron po tayong duhat. Meron po tayong talong. Diba? And yung sibuyas. Oh my, if you eat sibuyas every day, brush your teeth lang palagi. Yun lang yun I tell people. But our country is so blessed with a lot of this. Wala po tayong problem with this all year round. Hindi siya seasonal. one banana a day nga lang, actually, I recommend at least 2 bananas a day. And banana is available all year round. So meron ka na something na yellow. And then you take sibuyas, you have something that's running between violet and blue. So just eat a rainbow. And I suggest, and I always recommend po na at least 3 to 4 colors per meal. And aim for all the 7 colors per day. Okay? So, yun po yung goal natin. Eat a rainbow. Let me show you a plate na I was able to eat. Kasi po, when you eat mostly plants, plant predominant, kaya nyo pong kumain ng madami. You can be so creative. Hindi po yan meat. Most of them are vegetables. Can you imagine me eating lahat po yan kaya kong kainin? Okay? So, that's an example of a healthy plate. And I know a lot of you will react, including my sister, but when you take 250 ml of cola, you are taking 70 spoons of sugar. Okay, you are literally, kumakain na po kayo ng asukal. So you will say, Doc, juice na lang. Oh no, juice is the same because according to the United States Department of Agriculture, Nutrient Data Laboratory, you know that some fruit juices contain as much sugar kagaya po ng Coke, kagaya po ng soft drinks. It can contain 21 to 36 grams per glass. Okay? And yung favorite nyo, I will not comment about this anymore. This is one of the favorites. Even if you put lemon po on it, it doesn't make the tea more healthy. The lemon will not do anything on the tea. So, recommendation is for you to take water. Water should always be the first choice of drink. Kahit saan po baon kayo ng tubig. Some people put lemon, that's okay. Some people put pipino, that's okay. But the goal is for you to drink as much water as possible. Okay. For men, since we are in the Philippines, it's 3.5 liters. For women, it's 2.5 liters. And then the best time to drink water, dapat po 60 to 70% of your water requirement you are able to take by lunchtime. So in the morning, dapat po mas maraming iniinom. By late afternoon, you should be able to take na all your requirements such that sa gabi, you don't drink much. Some people kasi they drink a lot of water before they sleep. So in the end, they get up in the evening to pee, which is naman detrimental naman sa sleep. So I suggest more water when you are working, when you are active. Okay. On the second pillar, it's avoid risky substances. So, ito po, hindi na po siguro tayo. I wouldn't dwell, hindi po ako tatagal sa area na to because sobrang obvious na po yung danger that any addictive substance is well documented. Matagal na pong studies about smoking, about tobacco, about alcohol. So, it increases the risk for many cancers and heart diseases. So a positive behavior that will optimize health is always stop smoking and limit the intake of alcohol. So pwede pa rin pong uminom ng alcohol, but limit. Okay, para ma-encourage, and you can drink 1 to 2 bottles of beer. Women, 1 lang, laging madaya. No? Mas marami sa men. Sa wine, men can take 2 servings of red wine, women 1 lang. So, yan pa. Then we go to physical activity. Gusto ko pang mag-stress on this part considering that we are all working at home. So, marami na po sa atin, you don't even realize, you may not feel anything at the moment, but your body is not okay na. There should be regular and consistent daily physical activity. It should be maintained on a daily basis throughout life. So ang ibig pong sabihin, it's not about going to the gym, actually. It's not about enrolling in a marathon. but it's more about being consistently active on a daily basis. It means avoid sedentary living. Di ba ho, in the past, maano na naman yung age. In the past, we used to play patintero, piko, taguan, tumbang preso. Now, kids are not able to do that anymore. Diba? Dati po, gustong-gusto kong maglaro ang baril-barilan. Diba? Play ups. Gusto mo, ikaw yung police. Pero now, wala nang water gun. Nanonood na lang tayo ng probinsyano. Diba? Panonoodin na lang natin. And long running na talaga yan before, diba? And then dati, nagma-marathon. Although a lot of people go marathoning now, pero before, mas marami po. Pero ngayon, iba na po yung minamarathon natin. So nakikita nyo what modernization has done to our society and to our bodies as well. Actually, the latest studies done by the American College of Lifestyle Medicine test that sitting is the new smoking. So I always stress this why, lalo na po most of us now are working at home. So what do I recommend? I recommend that for every 1 hour po that you are seated at home working on your laptops, you have to get up and walk at least 5 minutes. So you have to be intentional about this. So mag-set po tayo ng alarm. O alarm mo yung cellphone mo. O 1 hour ka nang nakaupo, get up, walk 5 minutes, like go to the CR, get a glass of water, mag-wash po ka. Mag-wash kayo ng dishes, magligpit sa bahay. Parang 2 hours yung meeting ko, Zoom meeting for 2 hours. Okay, so after your meeting of 2 hours, you get up, and then doble na yan. Hindi na po 5 minutes. Dahil 2 beses, hindi lang 10 minutes times 2, 20 minutes kang gagalaw-galaw to make parang bawi for sitting for 2 hours. So, 100 minutes, hindi kailangan, actually ang prescription namin yan is 150 minutes of moderate to vigorous physical activity weekly, plus movement throughout the day to avoid prolonged sitting. You can also be intentional about this, like stretching, pwede pong mag-gardening for a while. Kasi why? Why do we say this? Because they did this study, and it shows that when you walk 200 minutes per week, alam niyo po ba nahahaba yung buhay niyo ng 2.5 years? And if you go 600 minutes, according to the study done by the American College of Lifestyle Medicine, hahaba po yung buhay niyo, madadagdagan ang life expectancy by 4.5 to 5 years just by walking. So I know that this time we are not able to do that. Mahirap po because we are nasa lockdown. A lot of us po hindi po makalabas, hindi makawalk. That is not an excuse po. You can walk in your house. Pabalik-balik, diba? Pabalik-balik. And I usually recommend this po. Why not buy a trampoline? A trampoline is a very cheap gadget. Now you can jump on it. For every 10 to 15 minutes that you are jumping on a trampoline, it's like you have walked 1 hour. Okay, so those are practical tips. So what is moderate intensity physical activity? Ito pa talaga yung usually the prescription. It's 30 minutes of walking 5 days a week. Equivalent po to sa 150 minutes of aerobic exercise. Okay, so how do you know? So the question is, Doc, how do you know? Paano ko malalaman na it is moderate intensity? So this is what you do. You do po the talk test. Kasi wala naman tayong gadgets sa bahay to do this. So ang recommendation ko sa inyo is to do the talk test. So what you do is start walking, and while walking, start singing. If you are able to sing, ibig sabihin po, kulang yung bilis ng lakad nyo. Okay? So when you are not able to sing na, start talking. Ako personally, usually I sing to God, and then when nahihingal na ako, ibig sabihin sumobra yon. Ibig sabihin sobra po yung bilis ng lakad ko or yung jumping ko, then I slow down, I start talking. So when you are able to talk but not able to sing, yun po yung best part. Okay. actually, yung boss nyo. Okay, so hindi po kailangan na sabihin, even what so blesses me, when elderly people na even more than 80 years old, I think your boss, Sir Ben, is able to walk pa rin at his age of 85. So that's so amazing. Sobra akong hanga. Okay, kasi I rarely see people like that nowadays. Alam mo, 20... Yes, sir.
Doktora, 1 hour every day. At
Oh my, sir!
6:15 in the morning. Just walking.
Very good, sir. Very good, sir. Alam nyo, kayo na yung bago kong idol. Kasi mamaya, pakita ko sa inyo yung picture ng idol ko. Palagay ko, mag-lit na ako. Hindi na siya. Kayo na po.
I pass all the 7.
Oh my! Nako, meron palang perfect. So, yun po. So, there's no excuse for us not to walk, di ba po, Sir Ben?
Ngunit sa aking opisina, Doktora, meron isang violator dyan.
Sino po?
Ng coke.
Parang kilala ko po.
Anyway, just go ahead. Thank you.
Nako, Sir Ben, thank you po for sharing that. Sobra po akong na-encourage. Sabi nga po ni Hippocrates, diba, to keep well, one should avoid too much food and too little toil. And what did Hippocrates mean by toil? Toil means physical activity. So even in the time of Hippocrates, di ba po? So what are the activities you can do? So these are examples like, syempre, very basic, like Sir Ben, you can walk. Okay. Then you can swim if you have a pool. You can bike. Yun po yung uso ngayon. A lot of people go biking. Just be careful kasi marami na ding accidents. You can dance. Sobrang dami online na dancing classes. And they are free. Diba? And for some people, if they want to go to the gym, then go ahead. Pero ngayon po, ang gym, maraming gym na sarado. So marami po tayong pwedeng gawin. Diba po? Pero the CDC recommends also strength training. Ito po very important lalo na for younger people like us. So CDC recommends strength training. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to do that. Hindi po kailangan na may weights. Your body is your own weight. So like planking, push-ups, yan po yung mga recommendation. Lalo na for pag nag-50s ka na para to add also to the balance ng body para to prevent fall later on. Sir Ben, ito na po yung idol ko. Tingnan niyo yung picture niya. Pangalan po niya, Mavis. Okay? Sir Ben, alam niyo po ba si Mavis? She was a regular American lady before. So at the age of 60, when she retired from work, yun po yung mali niya, nag-retire kayo at 85, you're still active, di ba po? So she yes po. So she retired po at 60. Now they noticed when she retired, she had several bouts of pneumonia. So her doctor finally decided, oh, Mavis, I want you to join a group of senior citizens like you who go walking every day. So Mavis started walking with this group of people. And sobra po niya na-enjoy walking. So she started walking po. I remember at the age of 60. By the age of 70, na-born na po si Mavis sa kakawalk. Sabi niya, I want to run. So Mavis started running marathons at the age of 70. Wow. Alam niyo po, she stopped running marathons at the age of 90 because her doctor told her, stop na. Kasi pag nadapa ka, you can get a fracture. So she was forced to stop running at the age of 90. And guess po, how many marathons na na-run ni Mavis in 20 years? Magugulat po kayo. She ran a total of 75 marathons in 20 years. Okay? So, sobrang amazing. So, such that, alam niyo po ba, during her, yung last na run niya, what Nike did was to make a special pair of rubber shoes para lang po sa kanya. And they called it Air Mavis. Yun po yung sinuot niya sa huling takbo niya. Actually, according to Mavis, sabi niya, at age 89, it's a wonderful thing to get up in the morning and not hurt anywhere. Okay? According to her also, sabi rin niya, the symptoms of aging are all similar to the consequences of inactivity. We are made to move, and it's the stagnation of inactivity which helps to cause the illness. Actually po, Mavis died at the age of 110. 5 days before she died, she was running after her apo, mga apo niya. So siya po yung idol ko, kaya before the age of 50, nag-run po ako ng 42K marathon with my son and my husband. Okay, kasi, pero ngayon, Sir Ben, kayo na po yung bago kong idol. Okay? Mag-walk din.
Doktora, I have an orthopedic condition, yung osteoarthritis. That's why I just walk. I could not run anymore. I could not jump.
Okay lang po yun, Sir Ben. Walking is good. Actually, sabi ko nga, people don't have to run. After this marathon, naglalakad na lang po ako. So, ito lang po, bucket list ko lang to.
Doktora, it's a matter of discipline.
Opo. Discipline. And it's building habits, di ba po?
My training in the UP Vanguard, really, when I have to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for my ganyan. So anyhow, but I think if you have a positive attitude of life, sabi mo kanina, prayers, laughter, di ba?
Yes.
Tumawa tayo. And then yung vegetables and fruits and less meat, yun na lang. Inaatupag ko ngayon.
Very good po, Sir Ben. You're such a good example to this community. And I'm so encouraged by you po. Kasi po marami din pong benefits ang physical activity. Sir Ben, physical activity regulates blood sugar. Okay? Kasi nako-consume ng body yung sugar na kinain mo. So nabuburn yung sugar. You feel stronger. You become fit. Better sleep. Tapos dahil mamumula ka, ma-open yung mga blood vessels sa mukha mo and the other parts of the body, your skin tone will improve. So you look better, you look great. Gaganta ka actually exercise.
But Doctor, I also have my maintenance medicines for my high blood pressure.
Okay lang po yan. You really have to take it po regularly. Kasi po sa age nyo, nagiging erratic po yung blood pressure. Okay. And ayun po. Kasi because you're always walking, it also helps po your circulation. Okay. Tapos it keeps po your legs and feet healthy. So very good po yun sa inyo. Kasi when your legs and feet are healthy, it will prevent you from being off balance and even suffering a fall. It is a big problem po for senior citizens yung nadadapa po or kasi nawawala po sila sa balance. So walking makes the legs stronger po. But for diabetic patients, remember to check your blood sugar when you exercise kasi ayaw din natin na super bumaba while you're doing it. I also want to stress this fourth pillar na very important po. I hope na we really take this seriously is sleep. Okay? Why? Because lack or poor quality of sleep can strain the immune system. Marami na pong studies that have shown this, and optimizing sleep health is very important. Ako po personally, I think this is the reason why a lot of our health workers, the frontliners, especially those in the hospitals, bumabagsak po yung immune system nila because they go on at least 24-hour duty without rest. So they are not able to take the sleep that they need, all the more that they need to sleep kasi po pagod sila and exposed sila sa virus. But ang nangyayari, they go on continuous duty. So yun po. And kikita na natin sa mga pictures, nakahiga na sila sa hinang hospital. And ako as their colleague, sobrang nagbe-break yung heart ko tuwing nakakakita ako ng ganon. And I have lost friends and colleagues already sa COVID. I have shed tears for them. So very important po when we rest, lalo na po sa gabi, is to turn off the light. Okay? Mas maganda po. So because the darkness, when the lights are out, nasi-stimulate po yung melatonin sa brain natin. that signals our body to rest. So, importante po yun, yung resting. Okay? I suggest a lot of people, iba-iba po kasi tayo ng sleep pattern. Some people are owls, so ayaw nilang matulog ng maaga. But some people are larks, para po yung mga birds na gusto nila maagang gumising, maagang matulog. Some people naman, late magising, late matulog. But still, sabi ko, not later than 11 p.m. Kasi ang body natin, ginawa ni Lord na alam ng body natin kung daytime or nighttime. Okay, so alam na, sana bago mag-shift yung relo, na the following day na maramdaman na yung body natin na natulog tayo. So, importante po yung rest. Importante din po yung activity natin before resting. Okay? So, this, ayan po. So, importante na itulog. The moment your body feels sleepy, sleep. Because it's your body telling you, I'm tired. I want to sleep. I want to rest. So, sleep is very essential kahit saan ka nandoon. Okay? So, importante po yun. Importante din po the activity that we have before sleeping. So, I suggest that 1 hour before your sleep time, sana po nagbabawas na ng activity, hindi na nag-check ng cellphones, hindi na nag-check ng iPads, ng MacBook, ng mga computer natin, hindi na nanonood ng TV. Allow yourself at least 30 minutes to 1 hour na ma-condition po yung body na mag-rest. Hindi yung matutulog ka kasi super pagod. A warm bath before sleeping is also good. Remember, mga Japanese, they do that kasi po nagdadilate po yung mga blood vessels natin sa body. So, our body is able to sleep faster. Okay. Next po is stress management. Nako, this is so timely because lahat po tayo are stressed. And stress can lead to two ways, two things. Okay, pag there is such a thing po as eustress or good stress. When we are stressed because we want to do work, meron tayo isa-submit na report. Stress is helpful because it will improve also our health and productivity. So exercising is also stress, but it's a good stress. However, yung stress can also lead to anxiety, depression, obesity, immune dysfunction, and more. Why? Because pag stress ka, ang tendency mo is to eat more. So we have to improve well-being. We help patients recognize, ano ba yung stress mo? Is this is your stress, so paano ka magre-respond? Okay? So titingnan natin, is your response to stress negative? So, paano ka nagre-respond? Kumakain ka ba lalo kapag nagsistress ka? Kasi some people, when they are stressed, that's the time they eat more. Okay? Mas lalo po silang kumakain. Ito pa, they eat more sweets. Mas gusto po nila yung bad food. I still have to know somebody, nasistress ako, gusto ko ng salad. Diba? Sana ganun po tayo, but hindi ganun. Nasistress ako, gusto ko ng donut. Nasistress ako, gusto ko ng coffee. Nasistress ako, gusto ko ng soft drinks. So, mali, yun yung response. So, we have to also identify coping mechanisms sa isang tao na nasa-stress. Sino yung mga taong pwedeng makatulong sa'yo? So, meron ka bang best friend, asawa, anak that can help you cope with your stress? Even developing habits, yung reduction techniques like learn baking. Iba pong mga tao ngayon, they learned how to plant. Marami na po tayong mga ngayon plantitas and hala moms kasi naghahanap sila ng way to cope with stress, and that is quiet. Just being in the moment is a big stress reliever. For example, just sit quietly, take deep breaths. Just be in the moment. Pakinggan mo yung mga naririnig mo. Hindi ka kailangang lumayo. Kung ano yung present, you have to accept what is given you at the moment. Okay. The last pillar is relationships. Ito po, this is something na hindi na ko-consider, but this is something na big time po, especially for people who are sick. We have to love people, we have to be in a community, and we have to maintain relationships. Lalo na po ngayon, social connectedness is very essential to emotional resiliency. Okay? The reason why yung mga tao po na suffering from COVID, lalo po silang nagkakasakit, it's because they are isolated. They are confined in a room na wala silang kakilala. Lahat ng papasok sa room nila, naka-mask, naka-PPE. Diba? Parang tayo po, the Lord made us for relationship. And what we're suffering from right now aggravates everything else. So yung isolation, having home environment, overall and recovery. That's why it's very important when you see a patient involved po yung buong pamilya. Sabi ko nga, the whole barangay is even invited. Hindi po ako personally, my practice is if a patient comes to me alone, I will tell the patient to come back. I don't want seeing a patient alone. There should be somebody na kasama siya to support her or him, na maririnig din yung sasabihin ko, may magpa-follow up, may mag-encourage, may tutulong. A happy community environment has great impact on overall health. People who live alone, tapos wala pong masyadong connection, they tend to take more medicines, mas matagal po silang gumaling. They even reject lifestyle modification kasi first and foremost, who will help them out? So kaya po ngayong COVID, isolation contributes to illness and stress. Let me tell you po about the blue zones, okay? These are group of people. So they did a study on this group of people. These are people who live more than 100 years. We call them the world's longevity all-stars. And let's see ano yung secret nila for long life. We can find these 5 groups of people in Ikaria, Greece, in Okinawa, Japan, in Sardinia, Italy, Loma Linda, California, and Nicoya Peninsula in Costa Rica. What do they have in common? They live better. They have strong connections with family and friends. They are active. They always walk. There is not a grump in the bunch. Bawal po masungit. Bawal po yung nakasimangot. They enjoy life and they wake up in the morning with a purpose. Okay. So yan po yung mga blue zoners natin. So yeah, we talked about relationship, accountability, forgiveness, optimal diet, water. So we cannot also forget sunlight. Kailangan po natin at least 5 minutes na sunlight between 11 to 3. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. So that's the best time. And syempre, sleep and relaxation. Although we have that, for me, the most important part is relationship with God. Because kahit po gawin natin lahat yung mga bagay na yan, but if you do not have God in your life, then you will not be a whole person. God makes us whole. God makes everything fit in our lives, and God takes care of everything. So, the lifestyle choices that we make each day will reduce our risk for getting sick. It will improve or even reverse current diseases. And it will help us to achieve optimum health. I say reverse current diseases because personally in my practice, I have seen this. Patients who are diabetic taking medications, I am able to win them off their medication and they are not taking any maintenance at the moment. I know medicine taught me once a diabetic, always a diabetic, but that is not true with lifestyle medicine. Diabetes is reversible na kung makakash natin. If not, take away all the medicine, at least po ma-reduce natin the medicines that we're taking. So, let us choose to be healthy because it's always the patient's choice. I can talk for hours. I can talk to patient for hours. But at the end of the day, I tell the patient, it is always your choice to be healthy. So you can live a longer and fuller life. So it is always good to be able to add years to your life. And it's also more important to add life to your years. So, having said that, ito po yung doctor's orders ko. Ito yung prescription ko for all of you this afternoon. Number 1, be mindful of your food choices. Manage your stress. Avoid risky substance use. Be physically active. get plenty of sleep, have a strong emotional support system. Because lifestyle modification actually po can prevent, treat, and also often even reverse chronic diseases and select autoimmune diseases. And that is already a fact, and studies have shown this. So these are all po the 6 pillars of disease that which focus on 6 pillars of health, and they focuses on 6 areas, optimize and improve health. Okay, because it's always patient-centered care. So the patient is an active partner. The patient takes responsibility for his or her health. And this is, dapat po may long-term commitment. Hindi pwedeng kagaya ng regular, na may prescription ka for 1 week. No, sa lifestyle medicine, we will be friends for months and even for life. I have patients who has been with me for 15 years na. So it's a long-term personal commitment of the patient. I want this. I want to live longer. Mas gusto ko po na mas humaba yung buhay ko. Mas gusto ko po na hindi magkasakit. I want to grow old gracefully. Alam mo yun, would you like to be growing old with a lot of medications, di ba? Di ba gustuhin mo? Ako personally, gusto ko makita yung mga apo ko. Di ba? Gusto ko to play with them. I want to homeschool them, ganon. So it's a long-term personal commitment. And bear in mind that medication or medicines is only an aid to lifestyle changes. We always start with lifestyle changes. We add medication if kailangan. I will be very willing to make a prescription. Mabilis ako magsulat ng prescription if kailangan. Because we can always discuss kung ano yung cause ng illness mo. We go down to the root cause. We will not look at your symptoms. We go down. I usually spend at least 1.5 hours to talk to a patient kasi hanapin ko po kung saan nagbumula yung sakit niya. So that we can address the root cause so that all the symptoms will go away. Understanding that healing occurs from inside out is very important. So the patient should not be looking agad na, dapat ganito na, ba't ganito yung nararamdaman ko? It's a slow process then. You have to heal from the inside para, bakit may pimples pa rin ako? Usually we like, dapat wala ng pimples. But if you cleanse your body first, pimples go away. So it's very important to understand self-healing and very important to know commitment to change. Yun yung dapat na sinasapuso ng isang tao, commitment to change. Because if you do that, then you become an empowered patient. Hindi ka helpless just taking pills. You know what to do, you are engaged, you are determined, alam mo, pili ka tamang pagkain, gagalaw ka kasi kailangan mo, pipilitin mo, kailangan mong matulog, hindi mo pipiliin manood ng TV, pipiliin mo matulog. You will associate with people. You have everything nasa decision mo. So it's always making choices, making appropriate health decisions. Ano bang kakainin ko? Pizza ba or orange? Broccoli ba or fried chicken sa fast food? So it's always a choice that we do. Okay. Mag-exercise ba ako o hindi? So it's making conscious choices every day, many times in a day. So when you go to the grocery, this is what you think out. So the groceries, the groceries are made in such a way that all the bad foods mas madaling yung makikita. Napansin nyo ba yan when you go to the grocery? The fruits and vegetables, nandun mo lahat sa tabi. Tapos when you go na dun sa counter, andun na yung mga chocolates, lahat ng bagay. So bago ka makalabas, ang dami mo nang nadampot, ang dami mo nang nadagdag. So before you buy anything, ask yourself this question, ito ba investment sa health ko or expense on my health before you buy anything? So before we end, I would like you to watch this short film.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide.
So let's go to prescriptions. If I were to make a prescription and I were to make it for myself, this is what I will write down. Whole food, plant predominant diet, trampoline 15 minutes per day, be active by walking 5 minutes for every 1 hour seated in front of my laptop. I will sleep 7 to 8 hours. I will have Bible studies. I will have family devotions. I will watch TV films with my family, and I will have my friends and myself in a discipleship group. So my challenge is, how would you write your own lifestyle prescription? Okay. So let me end, Paul, with my favorite verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you a hope and a future. That's Jeremiah 29:11. So the Lord does not want us to get sick because the Lord is so good. He has made our body na may self-healing. Our body can self-heal. The Lord made our bodies like that. When we get sick, it's because we made poor lifestyle choices. So let us all try to develop the 7 healthy habits, and let us try to add years to our lives and life to our years. Thank you.
Ayan, thank you so much po, Dr. Ping. Nakakatuwa no na very informative at the same time, eye-opener din siya for most of us, no? Like for me, actually, during the discussion, I was already thinking na I think I want to order some cheeseburger and fries. So, syempre, add Coke or iced tea habang nakikinig. Tapos sabi, ay okay, wag na lang po. Anyway, before we continue sa open forum po and sa question. Yes, Sir Ben?
I just wanted, kasi we are going to recite our daily rosary prayer already, at saka preparatory to our anticipated mass. I just want to say, maraming salamat, Dr. Ping Bonus. Sana yung mga invaluable inputs mo, masunod lahat namin dahil gusto naming mabuhay pa ulit ng matagal. And may your tribe increase 1,000-fold. So sa lahat na nag-join, sa lahat ng aking mga kaibigan, maraming salamat po sa inyo. And hope that really talagang yung lesson ni Dr. Ping will be ingrained in our heart and soul and mind. God bless.
God bless din po. Thank you po. Kaya po yan, sir. Kaya nila yan. You just pray about it. A lot of prayers. This is really difficult, pero prayers po helps a lot.
Okay, salamat.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you, Sir Ben, for inspiring us. Idol ka po namin. Ikaw si Amazing Ben. Kamalit dun sa slide ni Dr. Ping.
May bago na akong idol, si Sir Ben.
Wala na yan.
Sige po. So before we proceed to the questions po, yung iba po, you can either type in your questions dun sa chat po natin, or pwede po kayo mag-raise ng hand, then we can allow you to direct your question kay Doktora. But before we proceed sa open forum po, no, again, Doktora Ping, thank you so much. And shout out lang po kasi meron po tayong viewers din sa ating live. Shout out po sa mga taga DepEd Ifugao Division, sa DepEd Tabaco City Division, and sa Albay Division ng DepEd. Shout out po kay Carmel De Leon. Hi, Ma'am Carmel. And sa Population Office ng Albay Province. Shout out din po kay Ma'am Rotel Matingda, no, former president ng Philippine Nurses Association. And then kay Ma'am Charito Siton Indonto. Thank you daw po, Doktora. Maraming nagti-thank you sa Facebook page natin. Salamat daw po sa informative session this afternoon. At saka kay Ma'am Emma Yamson, no, thank you din daw po, sabi ni Ma'am Emma. So yan. So far po, habang wala pa pong nagta-type in ng kanilang questions, ay meron po na akong mga nalista ng tanong rito. Yung una po, galing po kay Ronnie ng Cebu. Sabi niya po, is it okay to drink water in the morning?
Yes. Actually, it's recommended that the first thing you do in the morning after brushing your teeth is to drink at least a glass of water. 250 ml is 1 glass para to stimulate your gastrointestinal system to move. So that's the first thing you should do. Hindi po coffee. So, mas maganda po kung water ang iti-take natin. Ako, preferably, I would suggest room temperature water. So, may mga arguments about this. Okay lang naman ang malamig kasi pagpasok sa tiyan mo, it's iinit din. But studies in other countries show na yung room temperature water is even better. Kasi kung masanayan lang din po, pero yes, drinking water first thing in the morning is very good.
Doktora, which is better daw po, hot or cold water in the morning?
Ako, mas gusto ko room temperature. Kasi diba, yung room temperature water, more or less, ganun din yung temperature ng body natin. Even, actually, mas mainit yung body natin. So, para yung yung bituka mo, pag inom mo nun, wala, parang normal lang siya, magigising lang siya, diba? Kasi magdamag siyang hindi gumalaw. Kaya nga very important din sa I just want to mention, it's very important that you do not take midnight snacks para din napapahinga ng matagal yung gastrointestinal system natin. And even the secretion of insulin would rest. Okay? So important yun na if you plan to sleep at 10 p.m., dapat at least 2 hours ago ka pa kumain. Your last meal should be at least 2 hours before your planned sleeping time.
Thank you, Doc. Next po, kasi you mentioned na about iced tea. So biglang may nagtanong po, plain hot tea like oolong tea, usually daw po sa mga Chinese restaurant, okay lang raw po ba yon?
Oo.
That's from Andre ng Likhaan.
Yes. Yung mga tea natin, yung mga tea bags, those are good. Medyo ako sa iced tea kasi it's not really tea eh. It's just sugar, diba? With flavoring. Pero yung mga tea bags, that's very good. But I recommend that you use paper tea bags. Okay? Kasi may tea bags na parang plastic yung bag. So may mga microplastics yon. So paper tea bags are better.
Ayan, before yung next question, shout out lang po, may nanonood po sa atin all the way from Hail, Saudi Arabia. Ayan. Regards daw po sa mga kasama natin ngayong hapon. Next question po, how about, kasi na-mention nyo na po yung wine, paano naman daw po kapag beer?
Beer, you can take one bottle of beer for women. For men, 2 bottles, not more than that. Pero lagi ang principle ko, diba? This is the thing. Okay, you can take that. Pero the thing is, tanungin mo muna yung sarili mo, diba? That was my last question. Is this an investment on my health or not? Pag uminom ba ako ng beer, wow, magiging healthier ako o hindi? So, diba? Yun din yung evaluation, although it's allowable. But not everything na pwede is really good for you, diba? At the end of the day.
Kasi I think, Doc, yung question came from friends from Baguio. So medyo malamig siguro, baka more than 2 bottles yung Anyway, Doc, next question po. Is it okay to drink daily mix 10 coffee? That's from Ma'am Jean Marie.
Okay. So, coffee, talaga po yung caffeine. Ang effect po ng caffeine kasi can last for 8 hours, or for some people na hindi mabilis yung metabolism nila ng coffee, it can last even longer. So coffee like maximum 3 cups per day. Pero ako, I would always tell people, especially those who have a hard time starting sleep, wag na pong mag-coffee after 2 p.m. if you plan to sleep at 10. Kasi if you take coffee after 2 p.m., mahirapan kang matulog. Some people tell me, nakatulog naman ako. Oo, pwede kang matulog kasi you're too tired. But the question is your brain sleeping? Tsaka talaga bang rested yung buong body mo? Kasi syempre ang caffeine may effect din yan sa heart. And we want na pag we go to sleep, our heart is also rested. Kasi when we go to sleep, bumabagal din yung tibok ng puso, bumabagal yung pahinga. Okay? So napapahinga din yung buong katawan. So we really have to give our body time to rest, recuperate, and repair. Okay? Repair is very important kasi if we lack sleep, yung repair part po ang nawawala. Kasi ang body natin, nasa latter part yung repair. So pwede kang naka-rest pero your body is not able to repair. Lalo na po yung pinakamaliit na parte ng body natin, which is the cells. So kailangan po nila ng time na makabawi for the whole day na nagtatrabaho sila. Kawawa po yung ating mga atay, lalo na yung atay natin, kung kain tayo ng kain, kawawa po sila, yung bitukan natin. So every part of the body is involved. And remember, majority of our immune system rests in our gastrointestinal system. So there's such a thing as a gut-brain connection. So whatever good bacteria you have in your gastrointestinal system even affects your brain. Kaya nga ako, when I manage patients, the first thing I manage is the gut. Diba? So very important din yan na the gut is able to rest. So if you take midnight snacks, tulog ka na, yung gastrointestinal system mo nagda-digest pa. Lalo na kung eat all you can ka sa gabi, may tulog ka na siya, nagda-digest pa, kawawa. Pagising mo, kakain ka na naman.
Thank you, Doc. Before ko balikan yung question, check ko muna yung chat. Nung sabi, may mga comments po kasi rito. Like si Sir Jerry, sabi niya, mahirap matulog ng gutom, boiled lagundi leaves. No? So yun yung kanyang practice po ata. And then from Ate Nilda, okay lang daw po ba or how useful po is water with lemon?
Okay. So boiled lagundi leaves is good. Yung matulog po ng gutom, I don't think you are gutom if you eat like 2 hours prior to your sleep time. So it's a matter of getting used to it. Kaya nga po we have to develop better habits. Kasi nakasanayan na dapat bago matulog may laman yung bibig and then kumain muna. Pero as time goes by, matututunan niyo po yan hindi kumain bago matulog. Okay? Yung lemon sa water, wala pa talagang scientific tape, wala pa talagang maraming studies that says putting lemon will increase the alkalinity. Sasarap yung water, yun, sasarap po yung tubig nyo, but it's good. Kaysa wag kang uminom ng water. So sabi ko nga sa patients ko, lahat ng gusto mong ilagay sa water mo na fruits, you can even put pipino, you can put mint leaves, makainom ka lang ng madami. Whatever that can make you drink water more, gawin mo. Kung if you want to put lemon, that's good po.
Maliban siguro, Doc, sa 3-in-1 coffee, no?
That's okay, let me comment on that. That's the worst. Huwag kayong iinom niyan. So, if any one of you has something like that sa hawak niya ngayon, look at the back. Learn to read labels. If we only have a lot of time, I will teach you to read labels. When you look at the labels at the back, tingnan mo, hanapin mo yung coffee doon. Nasaan? So the best way to take coffee is always brewed coffee.
Si Ma'am Jean, sabi niya po, yung mix 10 coffee na made from mangosteen. So, may knowledge po ba kayo dun, Doc?
Just like what I said, you take you look at the label at the back. Kapag, ito, remember this, the first word, the first ingredient in the label is the majority of what's inside that pouch. So kapag ang una niyong nakita sugar, big sabihin, halos sugar yan. Pag nakita niyo creamer, halos yan. Try niyong hanapin yung the other ingredients that if it's a 10-in-1 or a 7-in-1. I don't usually comment on these matters kasi hindi ako familiar dun sa mga ganun because I don't look at them, I don't buy them. So I just take brewed coffee or kung wala kang coffee maker, meron yung mga, alam mo yan, yung dripper lang. Basta sana fresh. Okay? Wag lang yung mga 3-in-1. Wag lang yung mga gano'n. So, read the labels. Halimbawa, for example, a patient will tell me, Dok, gusto ko tong coffee na to kasi may, for example, may mangustin yung coffee na to. Sasabihin ko sa kanya, di ba ang usapan natin, whole food? O, asan yung mangustin pag tiningnan mo yung, nagigets niyo ba ako? So, eat the mangustin na lang if you're after mangustin. So, it's better to take whole food. Pero pag brewed coffee, nakita mo galing sa beans ng coffee, then it's whole food. Gets niyo? So, it whole food. Dapat nai-imagine mo kung ano yung itsura. Okay? Parang galing to sa coffee bean. Grind ko to or kaka-grind lang. Now, I'm taking my coffee. Pero yung 3-in-1, ilang buwan na sa shelf, saan yan galing? Diba?
Thank you, Doc. From Saudi na question po, Doc Ping, is it recommended to wash vegetables on tap water or is it there a process of how toxins from pesticides can be eliminated before cooking?
Okay. So, I have a way of washing my vegetables that takes away the pesticides and talagang natatanggal. But if you do, there is a process talaga. If you're interested, we can talk about it in another forum. But very important talaga na you wash them mabuti. So, ang problem ngayon, some people use soap, yung ganon, di rin. So ako, I recommend is kung wala kayong other way, ang nasa community lang is salt and vinegar, that would be good. Diba? So soak nyo lang sa, yung iba, they use, ako, ilang lang before, pwede yung suka, pwede yung salt. Para ma-wash lang. Kasi when you notice, when you wash your vegetables, medyo madulas, diba? So, wash it well. Tapos yun, tapos rinse well. Although there is really a way to rinse off all of this.
Oh my God. Ako po kasi sinasabon ko yung mga kamatis. Ganun. Pero thank you.
Kasi,
Asin na lang muna.
Oo, kasi ma-feel mo naman, di ba, madulas. But once you start washing it, gaganit siya. Yung nag-ik-ik, gano'n. So, yun.
Thank you, Doc. Ate Nenet Ortega is asking po, what about daw po boiling serpentina leaves? Parang tea inumin.
Oo. I cannot masyadong comment on serpentina. I don't have much experience on using that. But I have heard. So, ako kasi, inaalam ko muna ano yung halaman na yan and ano yung mga effects niya before I start taking it. So I'm sorry but I cannot comment kasi hindi ko masyadong napag-aralan yung serpentina.
Okay,
I'm more of eating whole food.
May isang concern lang po na ni-raise from Sir Joseph Brillantes. Sabi niya lang po, sometimes daw po nahihirapan matulog because of parang thinking, imagining, mga ganon. Kaya nahihirapan daw po matulog.
Okay. So, marami kasing factors when it comes to sleep. Kaya nga, mas matagal ang interview pag yung pasyente hindi nakakasleep. So, you have to check what you do 1 hour before you sleep. Ano yung diet mo? Ano yung breakfast mo? Kasi what you will eat in the morning, your usual, affects your sleep. So, I know it's so complicated when you hear me say it, but that's one of the things we evaluate. And titingnan namin, anong pwede kong i-alter sa diet mo, even the lights, even the sounds, so, and your activity. So, very important para mas makatulog ka 1 hour before your target sleep. lessen activity na medyo i-dim mo yung light mo, huwag ka nang mag-check ng mga cellphones, yung ganon. Maybe you can read a good book, pero wag naman yung book na talaga. Pero avoid looking at blue light. So ano yung blue light? Ito yung sa mga cellphones. Kasi when you look at your cellphones, your gadget, even the TV or your computer, it tells your brain not to sleep. Pansin nyo ba yan? Yung antok ka na, pero i-resist mo, mamaya hindi ka na antok. And then you will have a hard time finding sleep later.
Thank you, Doc. So mamaya aalisin ko lahat ng blue light. I will have a very good sleep. May point of clarification po na ni-raise from Ma'am Miles. Yung tanong niya po, yung about dun sa sunlight exposure,
Yeah, I know.
which is 11 to 3, parang, di ba parang sabi raw po kasi yung nakasanayan natin is that the first sunlight in the morning is the best sunlight. And additional question po is that how many minutes no yung desirable daw po na pwedeng magpa-expose sa sunlight?
Okay. So, actually, in the past, laging ang recommendation, 15 to 30 minutes, dapat wag masyadong mainit. So, some people do that, yung iba nga before 7 kasi ayaw nating napapaso, di ba? Kaya late afternoon. You can also do that but longer, 15 to 30 minutes, like until 8 p.m. pag hindi masyadong mainit. But ako, I belong to the group that recommends na ang best time is between 11 to 3 kasi yan po yung mas ma-expose ka sa sunlight. But sandali lang, 5 minutes. Actually, for my patients, I tell them, go out of your office, bili ka ng pagkain sa yung mga jeep, yung mga when they work in Makati, di ba? Bili ka ng pagkain mo sa labas. So you go out, you get exposed like for 5 minutes and then you go back. So that's good enough. Kasi yun po yung mainit nga. But you're not to stay out for a long time. Sandali lang po. Parang spurt lang, at least konti lang. Mag-feel mo, ma-absorb talaga ng katawan mo yung ano. Sana nga hindi ka nakabalot. So it would be good na, kunyari for men, sana naka-expose yung likod. The bigger body surface exposed, the better. So 5 minutes would be enough.
Thank you, Doc. Ayan, natapos na yung tanong at concerns na nasa notebook ko. Ngayon po, I'll proceed na dun sa chat at marami na po sila. Sabi po dito ni Ma'am Fredeline, Doc, can I use honey as a replacement for sugar?
Yes, very good. Honey is really better than sugar. So we have a lot of sugar substitutes, like you can use stevia, you can use honey. Ang concern ko lang sa honey, you have to make sure that it's real honey. Kasi you have to make sure na hindi siya nadagdagan, hindi siya adulterated, at hindi nadagdagan ng sugar.
Ayun, no? Ang hirap lang talaga maghanap, Doc, ng ano. Baka may tip kayo,
Oo.
paano ba ma-identify ang legit na honey sa peke?
Marami kasi silang mga tips, like for example, when you pour it down sa water, hindi siya nagde-dissolve right away, it goes down. Ako, I have tried honey coming from Nepal, sa bundok ng Nepal. So iba siya pag nag-solidify siya. So I don't know, depende kasi where it's kung saan siya na-make. Kaya ako personally, when patients ask me, ko na lang sabi ko, if you are sure of your source and you can trust your source, then go ahead. If not, if you will buy sa grocery, wag na lang, mag-stevia ka na lang. Or coconut sugar. Basta sa akin, wag lang white sugar. So,
Coconut sugar po, yung super brown?
Hindi, iba pa yung brown sugar, iba yung muscovado. Yung muscovado, yung
muscovado,
mas
yeah.
maitim. Oo. Meron pang isa, yung coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is also good.
Okay. Thank you, Doc.
Basta
Question,
white.
ano po yun?
Wag white sugar.
White sugar. Wala, white sugar yung nasa baba ko. Anyway, Doc Ping, drinking antihistamine every day as prevention for allergies, is there any side effects daw po ba?
Actually, halos lahat ng gamot may side effects, lalo na if you take it chronically. So, kung matagal mo na iniinom. So, antihistamine, ang ginagawa lang niya, it relieves you of the symptoms, but it does not address your allergy. So, kailangan mong malaman, saan ka allergic? Bakit ka nagre-react ng ganon? You have to get to the root cause. You cannot take antihistamines for the rest of your life. But if you know your root cause, you know your triggers, bakit ano yung gagawin mo para ma-trigger yung allergy mo, then you can do something about it. You will be proactive, magiging cautious ka, magiging, alam mo yan, kaya nga din sinasabi ko, you need to be, to take responsibility and be active in managing yourself. So don't settle for that. You have to know why and what, the why and the what of your allergy.
Ayan. Ako din po may allergy po ako eh. Pero kumakain pa rin ako. Okay lang ma-allergy kasi masarap. Masarap yung allergens ko, Dok eh. Meron po maraming nagtatanong, nagpa-private message sa akin. Siguro oras na para i-promote din po ninyo kung saan po kayo makahanap. Kasi marami po yung interesado na hanapin kayo.
Right now, honestly, our clinic is closed kasi I work in a clinic na parang regional clinic siya from a clinic in Norway. So we are not advised to open yet. So I do consultation online. We are establishing our telemedicine pero hindi ko pa natatapos kasi sobra akong na-toxic lately because of COVID patients. So I do online consultation lang. I saw dito kanina almond milk, very good. I love almond milk. May nakitaan ako na nag-pop up eh. Yes, almond milk is good. Please do not take milk. Cow's milk.
Actually, may nagtanong, Dok, na ano talaga, ano raw po ba kung milk na lang in the morning?
Not the first thing to drink. Okay? You can take muna water. Water first, always. Water first, it's better. Tapos if you want to take milk, sana hindi cow's milk, sana almond milk, sana soy milk, rice milk. It's another lecture, hindi ko na siya na-cover dito.
I see. Pero interesting din malaman kasi 'di ba po mandaming popular na mga gatas, kahit yung mga pambatang gatas iniinom na rin ng adults.
I'm not a fan of cow's milk talaga. So sa akin at 2 years old, stop milk na. If
Dok,
the child can eat, stop milk.
Yeah. Dok, yung kanina 'di ba you mentioned that 5 minutes of walk every day. Yung kasamahan natin na who is also a walker is asking daw kung meron daw po bang parang recommendations na ilang kilometro a day na dapat nalalakad.
Oo. Kasi it's not kilometer, it's more of the time. So, ang recommendation is 30 minutes, 5 days a week. That is minimum.
So, ayun no,
Kasi some people
5
walk
days
fast.
a week. 5 days a week.
Oo, 5 days a week. So, some people kasi walk fast, tapos yung iba maliliit yung steps. So, we cannot take distance. Ang titake natin yung time.
Dito po, what about vegetable or fruit exchanges per meal po? Unlimited po ba? Okay lang yun?
Ang vegetables, dapat yon at least 4 servings per day. Minimum yun. So, it means na majority of us are not taking it kasi kung kada kain mo, ngayon vegetables, mamaya hindi. So, pag cooked vegetables, half cup is good. Pag uncooked, 1 cup is 1 serving. For fruits, if you do like this, yung kamay mo, so if your kamay is this big, this is 1 serving of fruit. Okay, pag nuts, ganun ka, kung anong kasya sa ganito mo. So, dapat hindi overflowing ganun. Those are estimates. Sa clinic, I work with a nutritionist. So, I tell her, this is what I want for my patients. So, i-compute niya yan per But these are just rough estimates of how you do it. You should always have beans also, like half cup per day, at least.
Yung Dok, may gusto magtanong, any thoughts daw po dun sa mga pinakuloang lemongrass or tanglad?
Uy, that's very good. Better yun than C2, diba? Kasi doon naman siya galing. So, diba, at least ikaw nagagawa, hindi na siya nasa bottle. Kasi I'm one of those na ayoko nang nasa bottle. Ayoko ng bottled water. As much as possible, walang bottle. So if you can use sa bahay glass, mas maganda po. Ginger juice is good. Alam mo, ginger juice, lagyan mo ng konting honey tsaka lemon. Ang sarap. Lalo na if it's hot.
How about turmeric daw po? Kasi di ba ang popular nun sa mga groceries?
Turmeric is good naman. It's anti-inflammatory. Yeah, generally, there are even turmeric capsules. So, okay naman siya. So, ano lang, when you just take supplements, it would be good that your doctor knows it. Kasi may mga supplements din na, minsan it goes against your, yun ba, may maintenance medicine ka. So, kailangan yun chine-check.
I see. No, so yun guys, mga kasama natin dito, sabi ni Doc, okay yung may mga practice tayo na parang nakakadagdag na healthy behavior na nagpapakulo tayo ng mga ganitong dahon. Pero be mindful to have consultation with your physician just in case may mga tinitake tayo na gamot or other medications na may contraindication dun sa mga pinapakuluan natin. So happy naman maging healthy pero mas happy ang sure na healthy. Ayun.
Yes.
Doc, ano po yung thoughts nyo daw po sa kefir milk? Hindi ko po alam yun.
Kefir. So that's a good probiotic. Okay ang kefir.
How about Yakult po?
Kasi maraming sugar. Tapos hindi ko alam kung actually Yakult started when I was a kid. Tinatakbo yung Yakult lady noon pag dumadaan. Kasi it has probiotics, pero hindi ko kasi alam evaluating it. Kung ang issue kasi with probiotics, dapat live siya. Na pag ininom mo, it will really go down to your intestines and it's gonna be planted there. So, yun yung importante. So, for Yakult, if you're diabetic, I don't recommend that you take Yakult. There are good probiotics, pero it's not about just taking probiotics kasi mahal din siya. So, when you take probiotics, make sure na tama yung probiotics. Maganda yung combination, yung dami ng good bacteria, at saka make sure na it would work. Kasi baka mamaya pag inom mo, patay din, konti lang yung mapaplant sa gastrointestinal system mo. So, very important yung quality ng probiotics that you will take.
Thank you so much, Doc. Meron lang po mga questions dito na kinda na ulit. Like kanina na-mention ni Doc na okay lang yung mga tea, basta ito yung mga brewed na natural and recommended niya po ay nasa paper bag ba? Ay, tama ba? Sorry
paper
po.
Bags.
Paper
Kasi
bags.
yung tea bags, paper tea bags. Wag yung plastic tea bags. There are plastic tea bags, yung para siyang triangle. So, sana wag yun. Pero if you don't have any choice, no choice, sige. Pero paper tea bags is better.
Doc, somebody is asking about yung turmeric na hinahaluan daw po ng moringa. Tapos may nag-comment din na isa po, parang yung commercial daw po na turmeric ay masyado ng maasukal.
Yeah. Kaya nga so sa akin, diba, I was stressing kanina whole food. So for example, moringa, I would rather eat the malunggay. Diba? So whole food, nakikita mo siya. Ito yung itsura niya. So diba, between apple and apple juice or apple pie. Or nakita mo yung apple pie, if I tell you that's apple pie, medyo pwede ka mag-doubt. Talaga bang apple yon? O baka hindi yan apple pie. Baka peach mango pie. Diba? Pero kung apple, pakita ko sa yung apple, alam mo, apple siya. So, that's the concept of eating whole food as the Lord give it to us.
Parang naano ako dun, Doc, parang yung Royal True Orange, tas walang orange.
Diba? It's not true orange. May pulp bits din.
Another question, Doc. How about eating raw sayote daw po?
Raw sayote, I've not tried that, pero I have a friend who's a vegetarian. She eats it, pero binablanch niya ng konti. So, parang inaano niya yun into strips. Tapos binablanch niya. Sarap. Yeah, okay lang. If you're used to eating raw, okay din.
Hindi
Pero
ko
maganda
ma-imagine,
pag
Dok, yung
mga
raw.
blanch. I-blanch. So, there are vegetables that you can really eat raw, like, syempre, yung lettuce, alam na natin lahat yan. Ako, I can eat other greens na raw. But, syempre, pwede mong i-blanch kapag yung mga ganun matitigas na, like sayote. Carrots, I can eat it raw. So, depende.
Salamat po sa
Sanayan yan.
question.
Sanayan.
Ay, may nagtanong, Doc, about yogurt. How about yogurt daw po, and when is the best time to take it?
Okay. Yogurt is also probiotics. Problem with yogurt is you have to check. Kaya nga check the label. Kasi maraming yogurt preparation, lalo na kapag flavored, may sugar. Okay, may sugar siya. So when it's probiotics, may mga probiotics kasi na we prescribe it to be taken on an empty stomach. But there are probiotics na taken with meals. So depende yon. But yogurt, I'm not fond of it kasi nga a lot of commercial preparations have sugar.
Maraming salamat, Doc. May point of clarification lang po about dun sa walking. Tama raw po ba yung pagkakaintindi niya na 5 minutes in every 1 hour of sitting?
That's minimum. That's minimum. If you can do 10 minutes for every, for example, ngayon, almost 2 hours tayo na nakaupo, di ba? So, mas maganda kung after nito, you can walk like at least 10 minutes, walk around. Ako, after nito, I'll do trampoline, 15 minutes. Okay?
Ayun, thank you.
If you can attend a Zoom meeting standing up, the better. So sometimes we can do that. Nakatayo, alam mo yan, mobile ka.
Minsan pala mas okay mag-Zoom meeting sa phone, no, Doc? Para you can walk around the house kesa sa laptop.
Ako, what I do, just to be practical, for example, ganito, after that, ang schedule ko niyan, after a Zoom meeting, for example, I will make my phone calls na. Halimbawa, follow up with a patient. Ang gagawin ko niyan, naglalakad. So that's the time na I can walk. So yun, minsan it takes me like 15 to 20 minutes. Hindi ko alam, nakaka 15 to 20 minutes pala akong nakatayo, lumalakad, or I'll go sa kitchen, wash some dishes, cook. So it doesn't have to be so parang formal na dapat ganito. But be creative, find activities to do. I have a patient na sobrang weak. Sabi ko, try moonlight gardening. So, yun lang yung time yun. So, sa gabi ka mag-garden. Yung mga ganun. So, we just have to be intentional and creative on how to be active and, keep on moving. So, it's not an issue of exercise. It's an issue of moving. It's an issue of being active.
Is it okay raw, Doktora, to do physical activities at least 1 hour before hitting the bed, retiring at night?
Okay, there are issues on that. So some people do gym before matulog kasi yun na lang yung yung time. Although mas maganda kasi pa rin ang exercise in the morning. Kasi 'di ba, your body is still active tapos you will work the whole day. Kasi pag sa gabi you're dead tired. So yun, pero kung yun lang yung time, it's even better than doing nothing. Pero wag siguro 1 hour. Siguro give your time, your body some time to rest, your heart to relax, to settle down before you go to sleep. So ang wag mong gagawin is after nag-gym ka, tapos it's a 30-minute ride going home, then you'll take a shower and then sleep. So sobrang mabilis. So give yourself some time to na umano yung heart mo, bumaba yung heartbeat, your breathing, mag-normalize before you go to sleep.
So ayan mga kapatid, mga friends, mga kasamahan, 5:53 na. So baka kaya na lang namin mag-take ng 2-3 more questions kasi patuloy hindi po nauubos para po siyang gripo, umuulan po ng tanong. Doc Ping, recommend taking vitamin D capsule. Ano recommended dosage per day po?
Okay. It will depend kasi. So, vitamin D depende if you're able to go out into the sun. Sa akin kasi best pa rin is the natural We recommend the vitamin D na kapag you cannot expose yourself to the sun or kagluta ka, alam mo, umipem. Pero still, best pa rin kung ano yung libre, binigay ni Lord, it's the sun, diba? So, depende kasi yung exposure mo, depende sa needs mo. So, lalo na, depende sa age. So, hindi ako makabigay ng, ng dosage. So, depende kasi with ano pa yung tinitake mo, ano yung activity mo. So, it's not like, one dosage for everyone, last ng 40, ganun. So, depende. So, kaya nga, you have to be evaluated well. Kasi vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. So, ang daming consideration. Hindi mo yan iihi eh.
Yan. So, may tanong po rito, kasi napag-usapan po natin kaninang lemongrass. So, may nagtanong po from, si Sir Mike De La Rama pala to. Hello sa mga taga-Daraga. Sa bayan kong minamahal. Charot. Ask lang daw niya po kung may allergens raw po ba yung lemongrass.
Depende. Alam mo yung allergy kasi it depends upon people. May mga magugulat ka, may mga tao na almost 90% of the population hindi allergic doon, pero this particular person allergic. So iba-iba tayo ng ng reaction to different and even volume. And minsan kasi when you take two things, pag pinagsabay, pag ito lang, mapapansin mo, pag ito lang kinakain ko, di man ako allergic. But dati kumain ako nito, hindi ako allergic. Bakit biglang naging allergic ako? So maybe may napagsabay ka and hindi maganda yung reaction nila. Minsan din, when we eat out, hindi natin din alam what they put, you may not be allergic to this particular food. For example, shrimps, but they place something in the shrimp to flavor it. Dun ka pala allergic.
And thank you, Doc. Medyo overtime na tayo ha, pero 4 na lang kasi, Doc, yung tanong. Okay lang ubusin na natin?
Ubusin mo na.
Sige po. Pero pag may nagdagdag pa po, pasensya na ha. Pero kung halimbawa may dadagdag pa po, sasagutin na lang namin, sisend namin kay doktoran yung inyong mga katanungan. So yung isang tanong po rito, okay lang po ba to take synthetic na probiotic capsule daily?
What
synthetic
do you mean
raw
by
po.
What do you mean by
Synthetic capsule daw po.
There are kasi, diba, as I mentioned earlier, there are a lot of probiotics in the market. So, ang kailangan kasi, you will be able to identify kung anong viability niya. Kasi, kasi kailangan pag lunok mo ng probiotics, it will be able to withstand yung acidity ng stomach and be able to travel down your gastrointestinal system and be planted down there. So, yun, importante yun. So, depende. It's okay, basta sure kayo kung kung maganda yung quality ng probiotics.
Somebody asked may concern po siya actually. Sabi niya parang avoid apple at night. Why raw po? And then, about apple cider, okay lang po ba daw na hinahalo ito with lemon and honey?
Okay. So, apple cider is really good, lalo na kung yun yung gagawin mong sausawan, yun din yung ginagamit kong pangluto. Some people take apple cider vinegar in the morning. If you're used to it, kung kaya ng tiyan mo, basta don't take it purely. Okay? Some people kasi yung kinakain siya, inisusubo siya from the spoon. Don't do that kasi sobrang hindi siya friendly sa esophagus. Kasi yung esophagus natin, wala siyang masyadong protection. So we have to protect also our esophagus. Okay? So we are not to take anything na sobrang acidic or sobrang alkaline na masisira siya. So if you really want to take apple cider vinegar, I suggest you mix it with water. Now, if you will still put lemon, parang I don't see the point in putting lemon on apple cider vinegar. Yung apple naman, siguro ang issue with apple being taken at night is digestion. Pero siguro if you will chew your apple properly, I think apple is even better than eating anything na fast food.
Yan, thank you, Doc. Last question para sa session na to. How about sex before bedtime or in the morning? So two persons ask it, tapos kinumbine ko na lang po yung tanong.
Okay. We are all adults here. Okay. Wala pong pinipiling oras ang sex. Basta pareho po kayong matutuwa. Both of you will be satisfied. And remember, sex in the context of marriage can never be wrong.
Ayan, maraming salamat, Doc. Na inulan talaga tayo ng tanong. Ang dami pong nagpapasalamat. And para po dun sa mga hindi namin napansin or nasagot ng mga tanong, babalikan po namin yung chat. And before we end this session po, I would like to request to join us sa virtual stage ang aming Director for Programs and Advocacy, no, si Ma'am Chi Laigo-Valido. Ma'am Chi, hello. Ang dami pa rin nagpapasalamat, both Facebook po and ano. Ayan, Ma'am Chi.
Okay. Hello. Why I feel so attacked in this presentation. Why I feel so personally attacked? Hindi, joke lang. So for everyone who has attended, thank you so much for joining us on a Saturday. Very grateful kay Dr. Ping sa mga nakakahalata. May pareho kami apelido. So ate ko po siya.
Ate ko po siya.
So I really asked her to do this this lecture because I think it's very important. Because all of us are caregivers one way or another of ourselves, of our families. And we really need help, lalo na ngayon sa time na to. I hope that we'll have more sessions like this. Like we said, we will try to share a handout of what Dr. Ping has talked about to everyone who has attended. We also hope that we start getting more lifestyle changes. Oh my God, am I saying it? But again, for someone who has really gone to a lot of travels ni ate, lalo na sa community, alam niyo po, nagsiset up yan ng table noon sa Bangkusay, sa Tondo. Kasama niya ako, takot na takot ako noon. Pero nanggagamot siya doon ng libre. Tapos pinapaligiran kami ng mga tao na sangkatelba yung mga tattoo, na maraming peklat sa tiyan. So alam mong nasaksak sila. So andun kami nanggagamot because she's really a patient advocate. So kaya alam ko maiintindihan niya yung situation natin sa community ng ating mga pasyente na hindi tayong lahat may kaya, pero maari natin hindi lahat gamot yung solusyon. So we hope to have more sessions like this, and I hope nakatulong ito sa inyo. We're very grateful to Dr. Ping. We'll try to share yung information po niya. We'll ask her kung ano yung best time that you can consult with her. And then you can also reach out to us sa forum. No? So we'll try to come up with mga Q&As. We'll gather all these Q&As para makatulong sa inyo. Again, maraming salamat ate. Maraming salamat Mika for assisting ate. Thank you everyone for joining us this afternoon, spending your afternoon with us. So marami pong salamat.
Thank you.
Kevin?
God bless.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Chi, Dr. Ping. So, Pin, pwede ba kitang hilahin din dito sa ating virtual stage? Ayan, so logistical